They've had these moments where Noah and Mowgli maybe will come out and space against Twisted Minds, especially with Dover being back, because you don't have as much impact upwards as you do downwards. Oh, beautiful from Gelad, opens things up, takes Mowgli down, who just gives himself away there. They already knew that angle was being watched.
And before you know it, he's back into the same position yet again.
Yeah, he's going to continue getting this wall opened up at the side of him, bullied by a shield as well. Noah will lose his life, as does Vidril's. Tricks managing to take down both. Beautiful play on the Monty. You know, we often talk about the weakness of not having a gun, of having to take the fights with those pistols, and just showing that it really does not matter as he manages to get a third. Flexi did have one, Gelad finishes it off, and I think limit your players. If you've got phenomenal players like Noah who are great at taking fights out on the roam, let them do that. Pick a site that allows it.
Out he goes, and sure enough, Oscar at least will get away with one. Up top, though, it's Noah falling down. The player that I mentioned, they've got to keep standing. However, Vidril stepping up for two in the round inside a bathroom. Same as in the first round, Tim.
Swear as well. P9 is going to swing around this corner, won't get the opportunity, both inside of washroom at the minute. He's going to need a really big play from one of these Twisted Minds players. He's just giving himself away. Vidril hits him on a beautiful peek. Mowgli manages to find Dover as well. Of time, Gelad does just spray through wedding window there. Not going to have an immediate fight coming his way. Instead, it's going to be Dover taken down by Vidrils. That is going to be a response coming in. Tricks manages to get himself in behind that bakery counter. Finds himself a sweet treat as he goes in for a second. And that's going to be P9 actually picking up the kill. They're just using their time well as well, not getting carried away here. Utility coming out, doing everything they can to make it more difficult, putting the diffuser down, forcing the challenge to come on their terms. Tricks manages to confirm that, so 3 versus 1 now. Noah, anybody can do it, we know that it's him, but they know his position. Taking the damage there, tries to come back through, just goes for the double bluff there.
I believe it was the Shom that we saw at M was playing on the head height holes that have been opened up on towards that red wall. Aren't offering them too much.
Exactly as it should be. You know, Secret don't need to offer them anything realistically. They certainly don't want to be giving 45 kills away. Oscar gets taken down, I think, with the Toxic Babo 2 to go with him as well. Mowgli does manage to use utility for one, make it another few, and that's going to be an explosive end to the round. Tries to put a smoke bolt in, but will find the fire arrow picked up to begin with. Smart play so that the smoke was still viable. P9 does pick up Noah. Always a great start. 4 versus 5 for Shom, waiting to move forward. I think just thinking that somebody's going to be playing underneath Skylight, but I'm not sure that's actually the case at the minute. 2 kills coming for Secret. 4 versus 3. They need to get the blitz going. Careful though, because that's a warden. He's got the glasses that can deal with you, and the fight will become nasty. Tricks manages to pick up the kill. 3v3, but
be aggressive. Now here comes the shield. I tell you what, Tricks has been a bit of a demon this round on the blitz so far. Has got her down, not quite into a finish, but this is looking good for them. Tim. Now down to a 3v2 as Flexi gets one back, and a bit too quick on his heels there as Shom gets finished off. Tricks has got,
especially if he can get up close as well. The movement here is good from Tricks. He's giving himself every opportunity. He knows where they are. Flashes around the corner, doesn't catch his man. Flexi manages to find the final kill. Team Secret
now manages to get a kill onto a Shom. And you'll find Gelad's be kicking himself. Sure enough, the impact comes on through, and the swing might come out as well. Look at that. There's 3 or 4 players just ready to swing onto Hisham. This is not a nice spot to be in, admittedly. Now looking for the code player, sees it, but can't get the kill. Noah gets the reverse. Looking like a great round as Dov. His return has not been fantastic. It's going to be a 0-6.
A bit disjointed. Right now it went well. It could just have and not play as a team. It's the attacks on Cafe. So I do believe that the real test.
It's instead going to be a direct challenge onto VIP. They need to be careful because there are players on the defense that are up there. Instead, they're just going to go straight into site, push through the smoke. They think they've seen a gap. Are they able to get in deep and put a plant down? No, instead they get aggressive. Manage to find themselves 4 versus 3 with a big double on the blitz. Massive play for Flexi, but gets taken down. Noah manages to find the kill onto a Shom, and Twisted Minds have crumbled under this pressure.
I love that from Flexi. Like, we haven't seen this Secret for a while now, it feels like, but they have absolutely run over Twisted Minds. A lot of aggression, a lot of pressure, and Twisted Minds.
Trax Fingers might just put Gelad off a little bit here, because it just sort of screams that we know there's somebody around there. It doesn't matter though, because it's a Shom who actually steps up and takes a look, manages to find his man. Noah cuts him down in a trade before he can drop the hatch though. 4 versus 4, and this game continues at breakneck pace.
It does. I mean, 1 for 1's not the end of the world, especially getting rid of the ram. It feels like a crucial operator to remove at the early points in the round before they've had a chance to get those gadgets rolling on through. Tricks at least gets...
Is becoming a bit of a cauldron, a bit of a pressure cooker for them up there on the top floor. No one just back though, manages to find over, leaves himself effectively 2 versus 2 with Mowgli down at the minute. P9 takes down Oscar, and all of a sudden what could have been an option to pick Mowgli up disappears, as it is all now on the shoulders of Noah. And I tell you what, Des, he is not going to...
So far hasn't done it, because Twisted Minds are sat waiting. We're down to the final 25, and like no one yet has died. The secret, this is very much an all or nothing round, and P9 is the one sat ready and waiting, gets the shield for free, can easily switch over towards the shotgun here and look for a second if so desired. But they've barreled their way in towards site. A couple have stepped their way through. They knew they couldn't afford to wait, but the kills are going back and forth. Timmy's trying, he's doing his best to do a Marto impression. He tries. I'm afraid you ain't him, brother. It ain't gonna quite work out there. It's down to a 1v2. Dov has got to stop them somehow. Plant is going on down. Noah is on the cover, and it feels like they might just about get away with this one. He's looking in all the wrong places. We'll get rid of one, but has to find the last. It's him up against Oscar, and he knows exactly where he is. Does he? Surely he does. Fires the shot, but misses. Oscar wins it out, and Secret get round 9.
Twisted Minds, you can never count them out. To deal with his army in this sort of position, which they try to do. It all gets a little bit messy on the window, and it's going to be Noah taking a shot down. He's
good chunk of HP there. Dov under the window, waiting and ready, and he's got the right idea. There's 2 players here, but they know what to expect him. They've seen Twisted Minds and how they play. 2 more kills flow their way. Trix is on his ass. P9 has got it all to do in a 1 versus 5. Secret might be about to get their first points of the stage.
Trix nearly got baited into a razor bloom there. Needed to be careful going for that kill. P9, as you say, really does have it all to do here. Diffuser going down. He needs to get back up to site. Top floor, it's so difficult now when he's underneath to do anything about this. They've got both staircases locked down. 3 on the same floor as him. Manages to find 1. Cut down from the other side, and Team Secret are...
Secret finally managed to do it. They get a point, and not just any point, 3 points go their way as well. They get their first victory, and therefore we get to speak to Twister, the coach of Secret, joining us for the interview. Twister, congratulations on 3 points. I think it's fair to say that the stage 1 has not been easy for you guys, but this victory must feel very good.
Yeah, it does a lot. It's a relief, actually. We've been working so hard through the past weeks, and it was very frustrating to see the results not showing up. So many trolls, so many like misplays and stuff like this, but the potential on this group exists. It's just like a matter of time for them to developing and get more comfortable with everything.
Twister, the last time we saw you here on EML interview was in stage 2 of 2025. You guys had lost 3 games in a row. It was a really difficult time for the team after AWC. You were in a slump, and you told us something which was trust the process. And on Twitter, you went and actually made a post about the fact that you guys wanted to fix the basic fundamentals and hopefully get better results. Do you think this is the pivotal moment in your journey in EML, where with this new roster, you're going to start putting more points on the table and eventually reach playoffs?
I think like the situations are a bit different for sure, because last time we had a team that were playing together already for like 7-8 months, and we had like a kind of a slump in the beginning. But for now, it's just about building up confidence for the players. You know, we are building up some basics about the game again, but it's much more about getting those T2 players that already play the SI or not, but to get used to this environment, you know. And it's something that you want it or not, it takes some time. You see things like Heretics, some players from Geekay and other teams that are having these hard times as well, or even Fnatic were having these hard times on getting those players getting comfortable with this main stage kind of.
Twister, I couldn't help but notice today, it looks like you made a change in the way that your team attacks. I'd noticed that Oscar had played basically only shields the whole attacking stage so far. Today that was Flexi. Was that just for Cafe, or is that something that will be a change going forwards?
No, it's a change we decided to do. Like that's the good thing about losing every week, that you are not afraid of making changes.
Yeah.
You're good on to go and trying things. And honestly, this was something that we tried to do because Flex is helping us doing like kind of the main AGL right now. So being hidden as a shield player is always helping us to put on the same focus over there and make the round progress smoothly. And Oscar is also a beast shooting, so let him free.
I promise at some point we'll stop comparing this roster to the old roster, but does it make you more comfortable as a coach that when you had Savage, when he was the IGL, he was the main shield player, so that you could have Flexi as the IGL as the main
Basically, does it make you more comfortable that you switch one Portuguese IGL playing shields and one Portuguese IGL playing shields?
We tried, like we had the best of intentions with everything that we tried to do so far over here, but looks like nothing was working out and just made sense. It's same like as the meta is going right now, to have the shield in the IGL position, you know, and Flexi plays this decently good as well right now, getting used to it and getting better, so I think it will make sense, you know, with a matter of time.
Right, awesome. Twister, it's very good to hear from you. I'm glad you guys got a victory on the board now. For us, we got to manifest another victory, because I think there's many more questions that we have for you, and hopefully we speak to you again soon. Good luck with the rest of Super Week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And I think I would agree with you in the sense that the resilience from Secret, maybe there was not an instant trade, but later in the round there was a trade. They managed to grab back that meta advantage, and they managed to pull rounds away by playing well together as a team, by coordinating, by making a real goal at every step and all committing to it. And I think that's something they were lacking before.
Before this game, Oscar was one of the worst rated players in the state.